Hello amazing people. I'm talking quietly because it is very late here and I don't want to wake up my wife who's in the next room. So I hope you can hear me clearly enough. I just discovered something in the code system with the three-letter system, system as well, being the agencies and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be pretty mind-blowing, so I just want to show you that. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. So hold on. Hello. This is another great discovery. So-called uncrackable code system. Let's see how uncrackable it is, eh? Look at what I've just discovered. So, you just bring this up here. I'm going to take the laptop over to the board. So, this is really incredible. Watch this. I told you about how the numbers coincide with the letters and such for their code system. So I've done this chart up right here. Pay very close attention to these numbers and letters, yeah? So it all fits on there, just, which is good. You'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 3 letters under each of those numbers, except for 9. When we get to 9, there's only 2, because we end with 26 letters in the alphabet. If there was 27 letters in the alphabet, then there would be another letter to put there. There's not. So, with each number, this is how it works. A, of course, is 1. Why is J also 1? Because J is the 10th letter in the alphabet, and 1 and 0 is 1. Why is S 1? Because S is the 19th letter in the alphabet, and 1 and 9 is 10, and 1 and 0 is 1. You get it? So, 2. B is the 2nd letter in the alphabet. K is the 11th in the alphabet. 1 and 1 is 2. And T being the 20th letter in the alphabet. 2 and 0 is 2. Yeah. So 3, you've got CLU right here. And that's the 3rd letter, obviously 3. And 12th letter is 11. And U is the 21st letter. So 2 and 1 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. So yeah. 4, you've got D, of course, is always thought of as the 4th letter in the alphabet, but because there's only 9 letters in the alphabet, so is M, because M is the 13th letter in the alphabet. 1 and 3 is 4. V is, and that's also why you've got 4K Ultra, MK Ultra, 4K Ultra, MK Ultra streaming and DVDs, yeah? So V is your 22nd letter in the alphabet, 2 and 2 is 4. 5, this is really cool, because 5 is E, and then N, because N is the 14th letter, and W is the 23rd letter. Well, N-E-W, look. New. We're using those 3 same letters together. This will really blow you. This blow your mind. I said that. Little blow your mind. This one. Watch. 6, right? Well, 6 is F, because F is the 6th letter. O is the 15th letter. 1 and 5 is 6. X is the 24th letter, and 2 and 4 is 6. So Fox News is actually, so we move this along so you can see it, 666. Fox equals 666, and new equals 555, and 555 equals 15, and 1 and 5 is 6, so we know that that's one of the numbers 369. But wait, the best bit's coming. So 7 is G, because G is the 7th letter in the alphabet, and P is the 16th letter, 1 and 6 is 7, and Y being the 25th letter, 2 and 5 is 7. So Right, HQZ. This one really intrigues me because HQ Monaro and HZ Monaro, and I know I've proven it in my documents that I've shared on my X that they use car engines to kill you as well. The frequency, no shit, the vibration, the frequency, the alternator, especially the alternating current is what's killing you. All mind control and killing you, everything is designed to do it. So when I see HQ and HZ, I know why they call it because 3/8 are 24 and 2 and 4 is 6, yeah? So then, and even if you just add up the 8 and 8, you got 16, and that's 7, which to them is completion. But anyways, so then we go to 9. I told you 9 only has 2 letters, I and R. Well, it's kind of strange that what I'm going to show you actually fits in now even more so, because IR is, add those 2 up, 9 and 9 is 18, yeah? So watch this. Remember what I was telling you about how important 369 is, and how it's all to do with manifestation. And 369 actually adds up to be 18, by the way, and 18 is the number for manifestation. So just pointing that out here. But what happens if we add up every single one of these 3-letter combinations in order? What happens? Watch this. Well, I'll tell you what happens. Where is it? Okay. So you can see here. We triple 1 is 3, yeah? Fair enough. We triple 2 is 6. We triple 3 it's 9. Okay? If we triple 4 is 12. And 12, 1 and 2 is 3. And we triple 5 it's 15, and 1 and 5 is 6. 15 and 1 and 5 is 6. And then triple 6 is 18, and 1 and 8 is 9, as I was just talking about then. So moving along. I hope this is deprogramming a lot of you. Moving on to the next combination. And remember, there's only three of these combinations because there's only 9 numbers in existence. The rest they created for the code system. So we've got 3 sevens are 21. So instead of 12, it's 21. But either way, 2 and 1 still equals 3. 3 8s are 24, as I was talking about with that, and 2 and 4 are 6. And here it's really weird because you've only got 2 letters to represent 9 instead of 3 like the rest, but 2 times 9 adds up to be 18, and that is 9 anyway, isn't it? 1 and 8 is 9, so you've still got your 3, 6, 9 manifestation right there. So I'm telling you right now, what they're doing is, this is absolutely their program. So when I tell you about the manifestation frequency, listen to that so you can manifest what you want. No. We don't need to do that, okay? We don't need frequencies to do anything. Like to heal us or anything like that. That's all bullshit, right? It's all thought. See, when they manipulated and started using frequencies, yes, they worked out how they could kill us and make us sick, and mind control us. We never needed that. I can heal myself with thought, and I do it all the time. I don't even have the attacks anymore from their direct energy weapons because they don't bother, because they were doing it to me when I was streaming live and I was showing people how I healed myself. I went from looking like absolute death to absolute amazing again, you know, so, not that I look amazing, but you know what I mean. So, absolutely, that's the code system. And it all fits in perfectly. And I can show you, if you go right through my code lessons, I mean, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing, you know. I've got thousands and thousands of systems that just absolutely defy the odds by like 600 billion to 1 through some of them, because we take it that far out. That's when we're timesing the numbers, because let me tell you, when I showed you the lesson before and we were minusing from 711, it works also if you plus and times. And even division gives a great result, so that's a whole other thing. So it's all a program. This has broken the program. So 369 is their manifestation one, and that's to attack your thoughts. Because you can heal yourself with thought, and because you can create things with your thought, they took control of your thought with alternating current. And that is, alternating current, you can absolutely believe, is the program. The original program. So I went from direct current. I've told you how it works. It's a subliminal thing. And I told you how it works, because every 60 seconds or 60th of a second alternating current jumps to DC with a coupling. They've even got the devices mentioned in diagrams and in the patents and in all lab reports and shit I've got. So not even just patents, in the lab reports as well, everything that coincides. I don't share stuff unless I get a few sources and reliable ones at that. And that I've got much evidence on the cathode ray tube and the bloody oscilloscope, and how using RAND signals, and how they are only the length of a picture frame, which is a 60th of a second, as I mentioned, and that's enough for a series of flashes that you really don't notice, because it's designed to attack your cognitive state. And I've also pointed out that when you turned off your old TV, you had the dot in the screen. That was to make you, first of all, you're looking at it, you're focusing on it. They were in the lab reports and stuff. It says that if the person is focused more on the screen, then they are more susceptible to the subliminal attacks. And because you're like in a sort of meditative sort of state. And that also dot is supposed to give you one last subliminal hit, a real bad one, or hurt you, like depending on what they want to do. They can change it up if they want to. And so many people look at the dot, don't they? And no one realised that was the cathode ray tube powering down on delay. Didn't have to put that dot there, right? It was on delay. It says in the patent it's on delay, so they can get delivered. They can deliver one last subliminal hit. Look, I've got it all on my X. You can ask me anything. I've got answers to it all, and I'm happy to answer you. So if you send me DMs, I welcome it. Send me DMs and ask me questions. I will try to refer you to the posts which will answer that in proof. I can tell you what I know, and I know it all, but through the posts that will prove it to you, the CIA documents and whatever, it's difficult, because it's like 3,000 posts now I've put up, and there's going to be thousands more and thousands and thousands and thousands more. It's just going to keep piling up. So you really have to go through and just gradually get through what I put up, because there's so much going to be there for a very long time. The videos go for hours, like hour and a half, a lot of them. So this is important. This is very important. This is exactly what happens. And that's also, I'm going to show you something while I've got that up, okay? I don't really want to wipe that, but I did take a photo of it, so that's okay. Watch this. Actually, I'll change the slide before I do. You can see that from there. You'll see a whole bunch of spread letter agencies that I've managed to decipher with the code systems. And if you see that they've got, like, some of them got crosses through them, I looked those ones up specifically because I was seeing 147 over and over and over again, and 147 is ADG. So I took the variants of that, AGD, DGA, DAG, GAD, all amazing stuff. I didn't even get to the crux of it all, but I kept getting more visions that were so consistent that I had to go to those because I was being guided to do so. So I will get all back to those again. I haven't covered it all. Covered a lot of it, but all these are still here. Look at all that. So I've got through a lot of them, and then There's more I discovered actually, and I actually accidentally wiped it, but that's okay. I remember what they are. The BEH, HEB, HBE. Anyway, so this is what I'll be wiping, but this is what I was demonstrating earlier. 711 minus 12, because 12 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. So any number that I was trying to demonstrate, any number that associates with 3 will give the exact same result, and it does. So what we've got here is a repeat of 639, 639, 639, which is the God frequency, yeah? Now that's not, like I said earlier in the last lesson, 639 is not a good frequency for you to tap into speaking to God. It's bullshit, right? It's their frequency to tap into your alternating. We've each got an individual alternating current. They tap into your alternating current through cognitive, and with the 639 voice to skull, God, whatever frequency you want to call it. So people think they're getting told by God to go shoot up something, or they're doing something for God. No, absolutely bullshit, okay? I don't get that, by the way. I don't get voices or anything like that. I just have code systems come to my head and all that. Why? Why do I get codes? I've never written codes before. Why did all of a sudden get these code systems come to my head? Because it's what I was supposed to do. It's absolutely me destroying their system, destroying their programming. So you need to share this with a lot of people, because this is so significant. And you'll see here, look at this. CFI at the top there is 369. Yeah? So what I'm going to show you is to do with 369. So this is pretty cool. Let's make sure more doesn't slip if it does. I'll leave my laptop. So I'm going to wipe this. Usually I take, I did, so 651 and 639. 651 I've got up there. Wasn't that strange? I already had 651 up there and I didn't realise, but I circled it. Anyway, so I choose to randomly out of each code system to research, because I haven't done it for a while, but I do that online. So, like, for the first time you'd see me discover this and show you what it showed on the CIA database and what have you live. So, you know, if there's a fuck up, there's a fuck up, you know. Why cover it up? If I made a mistake, I made a mistake. And I didn't make any mistakes. It's always been legit. Everything I've found is exactly what I would have expected. So, actually, did I just wipe off? I don't think I did. Okay. Watch this, people. Every single number, 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 times 3 equals 12, which is 3. 5 times 3 equals 15, which is 6. 6 times 3 equals 18, which is 9. 7 times 3 equals 21, which is 3. 8 times 3 equals 12, which is 24, which is 6. 9 times 3 equals 27, which is 9. 10 times 3 equals 30, which is 3, because 3 and 0 is 3. 11 times 3 equals 33 degree Mason, but not really, it's really 6. 12 times 3 equals, oops, 12 times 3 equals 36, which is 9. 3 and 6 is 9. So it goes on and on and on and on. Watch this, right? This is really going to be mind-blowing for you. This is how important 369 is, right? You've got 3 possible sets of healing, so-called healing frequencies, but instead of their frequencies to fuck with you, right? Or Tesla frequencies, chakra frequencies, whatever bullshit they say. Chakra is bullshit, by the way. Clearing bad energy isn't bullshit, and I've shown you how to do that, and I'm happy to do it again. And if you DM me, I can absolutely give you more detail on that. But watch this. 147. Doesn't matter which combination you have it in. 147, 174, 471, 417, whatever. Let's just write down 147 now. What? Get high. 147, yeah? So what do you get when you add 1, 4, and 7? You get 12. And 1 and 2 is 3. Alright, so the next possible combination, doesn't matter which way you have it, because we're adding the numbers up individually. It doesn't matter if it's 258, 528, 285, what have you, okay? So anyway, we're going to put down 258. Remember, these are the healing, so-called healing frequencies in all their variations. So 258 equals 15, yeah? 1 and 5 is 6. Okay? So the next variation, next combination is 369, which is your manifestation one, yeah? Which we're banging on about. That adds up to 18, which is the manifestation number, and 1 and 8 is 9. Do you see the programming? And I will mention this again, as I mentioned before. What do they say when they interrupt what you're watching on TV? We interrupt this program. We return you to your original program. They're programming you. And when they take you away from your original program to give you whatever bullshit they've got to feed you, which is the update, an update of the programming, We're giving you a new update. You're getting a new update of the programming. Do you get it? So they don't say we're returning you to the show you were watching. They say we're returning to your, and they even say original. They say we return you to your original program. So they took you from your original programming to add a new update, and then they've taken you back to your original programming. Absolutely, it's a matrix, but it's not like you've seen with Keanu Reeves and he's plugged into somebody thing and our minds are somewhere else. That is not the case. Our minds may be somewhere else. They are actually in our bodies, whatever. It's just that they're brainwashed. So the matrix and the character matrix that they keep banging on about as well is absolutely the alternating current, because they're talking about building a new matrix on top of the old matrix wiring. Alternating current wiring. Yeah, absolutely. Talking about upgrading, and they might need to use sticker wiring. I mean, and they're talking about character matrix and the same thing, and absolutely, it's all brainwashing, and they've done it through frequency. Tesla did it to you. Oh, I told you, he said he was going to give free energy, and we are the free energy to them, to the Jews, to the Illuminati Jews, right? We're powering the system wirelessly. We're not plugged into something like in Matrix. However, we are being tapped into with wireless Bluetooth into our alternating current, our own individual alternating current. And if you've got a chip in you, then that just makes it so much easier for them. So if you've got the vaccine, then you've absolutely got, even if you've been in for an operation, they would have put it in you. If you had a tooth replaced, it's absolutely in there. I've got the documents to prove that, the patents as well. They will put tracking devices in you, they will put controlling devices in you, and I've also pointed out one other thing, right? Active ingredients, radioactivated ingredients, so active ingredients in your food, anything you consume that's active ingredients, is actually helping them conduct the RF microwave signal better towards you. The heavy metals they're spraying into the system, into the atmosphere, are absolutely breathing, you're breathing them in. Absolutely, that is to conduct the alternating current much better into your system wirelessly. They are turning you into robots. I've been reading that document. I wrote that document, the darker one, on robotics that I found in my code system, which is a CIA document. And they're absolutely talking about how putting graphene oxide, which is the liquid metal, into people's, which is it's in the vaccine. It's 200 times stronger than steel. Why would you want to put a repeat course over and over again of metal so strong into someone's? And look at it this way, right? It's not like they're making a thick endoskeleton. They don't have to. If it's 200 times stronger than steel, it only has to be a thin layer, and you're one hell of a Terminator, I tell you that. So then you've got a chip combined with that. It's a self-assembling chip that they put in you as well. It really has to make you wonder, what is going to happen? Well, I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be a machine war. This is a machine code. It's machine learning. It's Q is machine learning. Look up Q machine learning. And while you're at it, look up AQ machine learning as well. And when I've got CIA documents dating back from decades which are talking about Q and machine learning and all that sort of stuff, it's got to be some sort of warning sign right there as well. 1994 was when the supercomputers came online, IBM supercomputers, and that was the year that Terminator came out, and they were really rubbing it in your face when they brought that movie out. James Cameron is absolutely, even though he made one of my favourite movies, Aliens, and a lot of other movies I quite liked, he is absolutely CIA asset, and most movie makers are, and for that matter, historians all are. They are what are called historical engineers, and they're paid a shitload by the CIA to manufacture the history. I just had it out with some Jewish person on X about that one. They didn't like my analogy about what happened with religion and the Jews and all that sort of stuff, what they did with the Bible and all that. You don't have any proof. Well, go on my X, it's all there. But you don't dare do it, do you? Because if you do that, you will realise that I do know what I'm talking about, and you can't have that. No, you can't have that. So anyway, I'm going to leave this because it's late night. I didn't want to be on for long. I just want to show you that amazing thing. 369, remember that, 369. I'm deprogramming you, so go back through my X, look at all my my posts that have lessons. They're all designed to unfuck you, but also to bring up these numbers that you see. They're all MK Ultra projects, by the way. And then there's all the offshoot sub-projects of MK Ultra. And then there's all the renamed versions of MK Ultra and their sub-projects. There are so many, it's endless. And also much proof on my X about the fact that Israel are responsible for all the terrorist acts, all the CIA terrorist assets worldwide. Islam has nothing to do with terrorism whatsoever. It's like saying, Christian terrorism, right? You get Christians that blow up shit, yeah? They don't say about Christian terrorism or anything like that, do they? No, they just focus in on Islam, don't they? And there's a reason for that, because they want you to sympathise with Israel. A big part of what I'm doing right now is to expose the biggest evil in this world, and that's Israel and Judaism. And, you can't do that. You can't, because they created a fake Holocaust to cover for all the evil shit they did. And the shit that they're doing right now in Palestine is Leberstrausen. Look up that word. Leberstrausen is exactly what they were doing in Nazi Germany, because the Jews are the Ashkenazi Jews. Ashkenazi Jews. Why would you term your party, your political party, after someone you despised and wanted to kill? Nazis wouldn't call themselves Ashkenazis if there's Ashkenazi Jews, and Ashkenazi Jews are so real. I've got all the bloody lab data on their genealogy and all that sort of stuff on my X. And much, much, much more, CIA documents, absolutely proof. And a lot of people know the term Ashkenazi, so how the hell did it get this far without anybody actually really saying, hang on, the Holocaust is bullshit? And then I've got documents I found in the CIA stuff proving without a doubt that 5 million Christians non-Jews were murdered and made to look like it was Jews. However, those Jews all actually immigrated to immigrated to Palestine. So anyway, I will return. I don't think I'm going to have a chance. I've got stuff I've got to do tomorrow to do a live reading. So I think it'll be Saturday that I come on to finish the document I was reading today. I apologise for that, but yeah, there's a lot of things. It's a public holiday, it's Anzac Day, but there's a lot of stuff I've got to do too. And yeah, absolutely, I will be getting up very early, which is not going to be long from now, for Anzac Day, for the morning thing. So, love you all. God bless. Take care of yourself and each other. Deprogram. Watch this. Share it. 369. If you don't believe me, look up Tesla. See what he said about 369. I'll be back. Maybe I'll be on tomorrow. We'll see. I'll give you a warning, man. But I'll be back in the next couple of days. If not.